We will praise you, O Lord, with all hearts. We will show forth all your marvelous works, and we'll be glad and rejoice in you. We'll sing praise to your name, O Most High. Bless the Lord, man. In boxing news, I thought this was very interesting. After Luis King Kong Ortiz defeated Christian Hammer, he didn't call out Deontay Wilder for a rematch. He didn't even call out Anthony Joshua. No, he's talking about a fight with Tyson Fury. I thought to myself, that's something that's very possible. So that matchup would really do Tyson Fury a load of good if King Kong Ortiz could face Tyson Fury next. I really sincerely don't think a fight with Joseph Parker serves Tyson Fury's interest. That will stink up the joint. But definitely, a fight with King Kong Ortiz is going to be an exciting bout. Now, I know some people thought that King Kong Ortiz did not do well against Christian Hammer, but like I explained to people, and I think people do not factor these things in, when an opponent is live, when an opponent is not lying down, when an opponent is still trading with you, and they're still live with you, you're not going to get them out of there. And Ortiz was doing a lot of really good things in there. He was much more mobile than we usually see him. He was turning Christian Hammer, and he was bouncing on his toes, and he was boxing like Muhammad Ali and all of that. But at the end of the day, Christian Hammer was still landing that straight right almost the entire night on Luis King Kong Ortiz. Now, a lot of people are not used to seeing Luis King Kong Ortiz get hit that much because Luis King Kong Ortiz usually he knock out his opponents. But if you do remember the fight Ortiz had with Brian Jennings was doing some really great work on the inside of Ortiz as well as on the outside. He was tagging Ortiz. So it's not like Ortiz is this Cuban boxer that's so elusive and slick. He gets hit, okay? He does get hit. He's a good boxer, but he does get hit. And I gotta say, Christian Hammer was landing that straight right a little too often. Alright? Busted up Ortiz's nose, if you guys remember. So, what I'm saying is, a lot of people, I guess, are overrating or overestimating Ortiz and thinks he has to get the knockout all the time. Ortiz fought a very sensible fight, in my opinion. I didn't see him lose a step or anything. He looked crisp, he looked clean, he looked good. He tried to get Hammer out of there in the final round. It didn't happen. And so people need to understand, yes, the guy has a certain mystique to him. King Kong Ortiz gets the guys out of there and stuff. But at the end of the day, when you meet an opponent that's not going to lay down and just, get knocked out and stuff, you hit him with your best punch. When you could hit him, you can't get two clean punches together on the guy. Then you have to be able to understand, this is one fight I need to win by points. Alright? So for all you guys out there that believe, Ortiz didn't look so good, and he can't handle Wilder, and he can't handle Joshua, I wouldn't go that far. I'm not saying he would beat Anthony Joshua. I'm not saying he'd beat Deontay Wilder. But what I would say is, he looks like the same Ortiz I've seen, except he showed more dimension to his game. He was moving around a lot more. He was bouncing around the ring a little bit more and stuff like that. Looked sweet too when he was throwing that jab and bouncing around the ring, changing up the angle and throwing the jab. It looked good. It looked good. And he was landing that. He jabbed a lot more than we used to see him jabbing. So we saw him box a lot more. And again, that's good. That's not a bad thing. But I think a lot of people always feel, he's King Kong. He's supposed to just knock out everybody. No. There are nights when you just won't knock out nobody. Keith Thurman hasn't knocked out anyone in a long while. He's dropped people, but he hasn't knocked them out. And I think it's time for people to understand it's not so much about the age of the boxer. And I think a lot of you guys misread, what you see. It's not the age of the boxer. It's not Ortiz is getting old. It's that the boxers using different tools and different things in their different fights. And they're showing different dimensions to themselves. Not every time King Kong Ortiz needs to go in there and try and stop somebody. What happens when your power fails? You have to resort to your boxing skills. And he did that. He showed he has more dimension to him than you guys give him credit for. And so that's the thing that, to me, we praise the guy for being a Cuban, southpaw that can box, and then all of a sudden when he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, which is boxing, all of a sudden he's fading and he's old. Come on, man. So anyway, that's what I got to say on that. I got another video coming, so stay tuned. You guys are great.